country bass lines, classic country music. As a bassist, are you expanding your skills as a country bassist? Being a country bassist, country music isn't the most intricate style of music, but it's a very popular and it's a staple of American music, and it's all across the world. Several countries listen to country music, and it's a very popular genre, and it's becoming more and more popular every day. So today I've got a song and an interesting artist that most of his music written has very exciting and fun bass lines. So most of his stuff is just got some real groovy, funky bass lines. And once you master this style, this song, you'll be able to use these ideas in your bass lines and create a better country bass line that will get the people up off their feet, and just real groovy and just funky. And that's what that's how you're going to get people up. They're going to hear that bass line. That bass line is down underneath everything, but it's what makes people get up and move. It is the groove, and with these ideas you can utilize these and create your great exceptional bass lines. All of that coming up, so stick around. Alright, well hello, I'm Donald Witt, the bass instructor of the How to Play Bass online course at iwanttoPlayBass.com. Jump over there, subscribe, get your free ebook on setting your bass up, and when you're serious about your bass playing, take the next step and sign up. Get well on your way to reaching your bass playing goals. And this is I Want to Play Bass, your YouTube channel for everything bass guitar tips, bass guitar gear reviews, and much more. So subscribe, hit that bell notification, get in the loop, and don't miss a beat. Okay, so the song is When You're Hot, You're Hot by Jerry Reed. Back in 1971, this was released off the title track album When You're Hot, You're Hot, and went to #1 for like 5 weeks, and even crossed over to the top 40s chart, which was pretty impressive as well. So this song was written and recorded by Jerry Reed. He considered himself more of a songwriter, but he was a phenomenal guitarist. He did a lot of stuff with Chet Atkins, and Chet Atkins held the highest respect for Jerry Reed and his guitar playing, so that goes to say something. But Jerry Reed always thought of himself as a songwriter instead, and he wrote a lot of great songs, and so those guys in his band had to be top notch. Now the bassist on the recording of this album I'm not sure about. It's either Steve Schaefer, David Rorick, or Robert Stevie Moore. So David Rorick was his road band, was part of his road band, so we're not sure if he was on the album or not. But Steven Shaver did a lot of recording in the 60s and 70s, was a session bassist in the 60s and 70s, and very popular, as was Robert Stevie Moore. So I'm not sure which one actually plays on there. If you know, leave me a comment, let me know. I'm just curious to know. I'd like to follow some of his other stuff because he's quite a bass player. And one of his other songs I'd covered before, Amos Moses, that bass line is cool as can be, so definitely check that one out as well. I'll leave a card up here so you can link to that and check that one out also. That bass line moves quite effectively also. Alright, so let's get into the song. The song's in the key of A, and it basically has a small intro, a chorus, and a verse and a chorus, and that repeats itself throughout the song, and it fades out on the chorus. So I'll play along. I'll play it right now. I'll play the beginning, the verse, and the chorus, and then I'll break it down for you, okay? So see you in a minute. Alright, so as I said, it's in the key of A, and it starts off on A, and he's playing the A, or I'm sorry, it was an E, an A, and he plays the A on 1 and 3 of the first 2 bars. Okay, for the first 2 bars of that song, there's no bass. Second 2 bars, he comes in on 1 and 3. He plays the A on 1 and 3 for the next 2 bars, and then on 4 he does a little lick: A, F sharp, E, F sharp, A to E. Okay, and then we go into the verse, which is going to be A, E, D to G. Okay, but remember your ghost notes, they're very important and very effective, and they're used a lot here. That's what keeps this bass line so funky. It's not a whole lot of notes going on, not difficult bass line note wise, but it's just the funkiness, the groove, the rhythms are what's important on here. And those ghost notes are important in here. So it goes, little ghost note there. Okay, so that's A, E, D, D, A, and then back to D. So then he goes to A, E, F sharp, C sharp, and then does a little walk down from C sharp, C to B, and then to F sharp, and then to E, and then up to B, and then remember your rhythms. So that's, to B to A, and then he goes to, from B to E, and then A, and does a little jump down a sixth, and then just does a walk up here. Okay, from the, does a jump down to the C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Okay, so that verse sounds like this. And then it repeats it again. So it repeats it. That's it right there. It does that. No, it does one more time. The second time around, instead of walking down, does at the end of it where it goes. Instead of doing that, it stays on here, and then just does a simple E to F sharp. And then it goes into the chorus. Now the chorus is almost the same chord progression, just a little different. Instead of going to, a second half of that, it stays here. So it's just going to be, the chorus is going to be A, E, F sharp, C sharp, B, F sharp, and then it goes to G, and then does E to F sharp, and then this. And then the whole band does a little punch right there on that D. It's just like, just like anticipation, beat 3, but it's just right there on D. Okay, so it does. So that's it. And then it repeats the chorus again. Same thing. Okay, so that's all that is. That's the entire song there. It goes back after that. After that punch the second time on that D, it goes back to a verse. Okay, so that's it right there. There's not a whole lot to the song. Like I say, just get the rhythm down, nail the rhythm, and you got it. There's ghost notes and all. And hope you got some value out of this. If you did, help me help you, and hit that like button. And I'll catch y'all on the flip flop in the next video. Bye for now.